Hey there campers, it's AJ with Outdoors Podcast. Today we're going to talk about all the shoes that you need to live on the road full time or to take an extended road trip. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So thanks for checking out the channel. I really appreciate that you're here. Hopefully you'll learn something from our experiences and maybe can take something away from the channel. If you do get some value out of it today, definitely hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel and then you won't miss any content moving forward. So as many of you know, if you've ever been to this channel before, my wife and I live largely full-time on the road in our 30-year-old RV, Doris The Slow Loris. And one of the things that comes along with that lifestyle is space is at a minimum, right? We live in about 200 square feet with our two dogs, and that really means that you've got to have only the essentials, and that really comes down to footwear included. I've only got so many places to put shoes and keep them out of the way, keep things nice and tidy in the bus. So I've basically boiled it down to these maybe 8 or 9 pairs of shoes that cover all of the spectrum that we need. So day-to-day living, what I'm mainly wearing are these Ultra tennis shoes. I think the brand is less important than just kind of the overall part of where these shoes fit in. So I think you need a trail runner pair of tennis shoes for kind of your daily walking around, going to stores, grocery store, things like that, just wearing around town. These are great. They're also great on hikes. They're great for backpacking trips and all kinds of things. When the weather isn't quite so great, or if I know that we're going to be in some muddier conditions, I'll typically go with a waterproof hiking boot. This particular pair is from REI, but I've had Solomon's and all kinds of other brands. So some sort of a waterproof hiking shoe or boot, I think, is a really great place to, category to have. I also think that you definitely want, especially if you're going to be in the Western United States or the Pacific Northwest, you're going to want some sort of rubber or rain boot. These extra tough boots are great. You can slip them on and off. They're really, really fantastic in everything other than just like the coldest weather, but they do have some options for that as well. I think you want just kind of an everyday walking around, going out for pizza kind of shoe. I think Vans make a great option for those. They take very little space in the actual RV. They're super versatile. You can use these for traveling, you can use these for going out for the night, or you can just use them for walking around, an art festival or something like that. Super versatile shoes. I think you want something that's a little bit dressier. If you do decide that you want to go out to a nicer dinner with your wife, or you want to go on a date night, something like that, having something that's a little bit dressier but not necessarily, more of a rugged boot, I think is always a great option to have. Again, these don't take up a lot of space. They're super lightweight, and they're really versatile. I think it's great to have some sort of more rugged type of a boot, whether that be a Chukka boot or a Chelsea boot or a Cowboy boot. You want something like that you can go to some of those more rugged outdoor events and kind of fit in, feel a little bit more confident, and just have like an everyday boot. These are really, really great. These are a particular pair from Born, but I also think like a Clark's Chukka boot or a Red Wing or anything in that category would be a really, really good fit. The shoes that I actually end up probably wearing the most out of any shoe is a pair of house slippers. They used to be Uggs. Now I've got some Olakai slippers. I really like these. I didn't think I would use that fold down feature, but I actually do use that quite a bit. I really like the replaceable wool insoles and then the Sherpa lining. And then I went with the Hulu particular indoor-outdoor sole. That way I could kind of walk outside, do the things without really worrying about if I was doing damage to the bottom of the shoe. These used to be a lighter color. I put kind of an Oberknopf's leather treatment on top of them, and it kind of gave it a darker color, which is what I was after in the first place. And then finally, I think you definitely want a couple of pairs of sandals. You definitely want a good quality pair of flip-flops that you can just wear around town or in a river, in a stream, down to the beach. You just, it's always good to have a pair of flip-flops. And then whether they be Tevas, Chocos, or any other kind of strapped sandal that you can get, really great for river adventures, for those warmer weather days where you're just going on shorter hikes and things like that. This basically covers the spectrum of all the shoes that you would need to live on the road full time. These double up as running shoes, so if I want to go to the gym, I can wear these to the gym. And I can also, I try to go for a particular color that aren't quite so bright so that they're just a little bit more usable on a daily basis when it comes to my daily tennis shoes. And as you can see, pretty much everything is in muted colors. I'm not like bright pinks and bright whites, nothing against those colors, but for just your everyday shoes, it's better to kind of keep it in that neutral palette. So these are the shoes that you need for everyday living on the road. Hopefully this was helpful for some of you in paring down all of the options that you feel like you need to bring with you if you're going on a longer trip, and this will really cover all of your bases. So until next time, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this with some of your friends, and I'll see you on the next video on Outdoors Podcast.